All right, good evening, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is the technical analysis of the stock market today. Today is Tuesday, March 4th, 2014. And the Dow Industrials, I'm going to go back to the Dow. The Dow Industrials were up a whopping 227.87 points. Big comeback. We're still just pushing right above this 10-day exponential moving average. We have not gone to new highs yet, and as some of the other indices have, and we'll take a look at that real quick. Dow Transport's a huge day today, up 163 points when it's sitting here at 74.66. So percentage-wise, much bigger move than the Dow Industrials. Pardon my voice, a little hoarse here today. Let's go back to the S&P 500. We're at new record highs on the S&P 500. Again, we didn't even get down closing at the 10-day. We're still just riding right above this 10-day exponential moving average and just came right off of it. Again, I talked about targets here, 1882, 1887. So we're not far from those. And we'll see whether or not, that's where this thing stops or not. But right now, this is looking like it's got a full head of steam, that's for sure. Okay, the Nasdaq. We're closing up above the upper end of the channel here, just like we did back here on January 15th and on December 23rd. Now, the thing I noticed about that is after we closed above the channel in here, we had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more days. Then we kind of pulled back a little. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 more days, then we sold off. So we could have 4 to 5, if that pattern holds, we could have 4 to 5 more days up here above this channel before we sell off. So it's just something I happen to see as we look back. And when you look back, I don't think it has not been above the channel that we've been in since November 2012. So. All right, let's go look at the New York Composite. And this is at a new, I believe, all-time high. We can find out real quick. Yeah, it's close. Let's see. 10,000. Yeah, I think it is. Yep. Hadn't actually checked that beforehand, but it is trading up right. Yeah, it's at all-time highs in here. Okay, click back up through this. Now, I think we're getting a little bit of divergence on this one, but it's it could go away with another higher close tomorrow. That's the only thing. So it's hard to say. And it doesn't really look like it's diverging up in here on DI plus versus DI minus. So, this is acting strong. And again, coming right off that 10-day exponential moving average. Okay, Russell 2000 is the last one. Again, it's just like the Nasdaq, and I talked about this before, even stronger, and a heck of a move today. Big gap up and just took off. Of course, the futures all gapped up at the opening after the news on Russia. Okay, so we've talked about all of those indices. I want to look at some of the indicators. Short term, we had a low close here in terms of reading, a 0.66. But we still don't have the 10-day exponential moving average moving down into this area where we've got down below the red line. Okay, when it gets down below 0.9 on the 10-day exponential moving average, which is the blue line, then we're getting into that where I think it's a top. Okay, just like we got back in here. So we've got some extreme movement. We could have a couple of days in here, 2 or 3 days, that we push to new highs and get to an extreme reading and then roll over. So we'll just have to see if that's what happens. The volatility index, VIX, collapsed right back down just as quickly as it popped up yesterday. Let's see. There was the new highs. Where is the high-low? Okay, this made a nice move up today. I mean, there were 307 more new highs than new lows. Of course, that's not surprising on the kind of move that we had today. But you could just see the trend line. I mean, it's clearly pushing up in here now, and we're getting up where it was as high as it was in December or close to it. And this, what is this? December 23rd. In this, notice how I have this little M top in here. That's one thing we'll talk about. Sometimes when markets top, even stocks on indicators and or pricing, you get M's at tops and W's at the bottom. Okay, so it's something to kind of make a note of and look for. But right now we're kind of up in that range here, but we're not up in this rarefied air extreme yet. So we'll see if we get there. If we continue to push, we probably will get there. Okay, those are the three indicators I wanted to look at today, and then I've got two new trade ideas for today that I'm going to add to the Trade Ideas webpage, Freeport-McMoRan. I like the way this broke out. You know, we had this congestion in here downward. You've got the 10 above the 21 day, and I think there's a good chance that we've done our ABC correction and that we're trying to push in here. And if that's the case, we've just got one and we're doing two and we're getting ready to push. And so I've got a buy to buy at 33.97. I want to buy slightly above this. I want it to tell me or show me that it wants to move up. So 33.97. So I'm going to be looking to buy calls, and I talk about that on the Trade Ideas webpage. And the other one is Newmont Mining, which we hadn't really looked at in quite a while. And again, the same thing. This looks like it's trying to break this trend line. It looked like it closed slightly above it in here. We're getting closes above the 10-day exponential moving average, 10 days above the 21. They're trying to pull up and round around here. So I'm looking at a buy signal. I've got it up here, 24.49. That's the entry I'm looking for, which is not much above this close, but I'd like to see it push up a little bit more and then hit 24.49, and that's when we look to buy calls. So that's it for tonight. So two new trade ideas. I'll put them on the Trade Ideas webpage, and tomorrow we'll be back and take a look. We'll probably naturally look at the market, the Dow at least, and then we're going to look at I think I'm going to look at the BRICS tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and look at Brazil, Russia, India, and China. We normally just do China, but I was thinking that it might be kind of, given that the way Russia collapsed yesterday and bounced back, it might be kind of neat to look at all four of those countries. So we'll do that along with a handful of China stocks. All right, this has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. Have a great Wednesday. Thanks for stopping by.